What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I'm about to show y'all some nonsense. This boy, Beto O'Rourke, that's what he is. He's just a big kid in a grown-up's body. I mean, all of his nice, wonderful wishes that he had for America. You know, hopefully America will, have unicorns and leprechauns running around when he gets in the office. He just wishes bad things away. That's what he does. No real policies or nothing. He's just a guy to get up there and has a Christmas wish, and he promises all these things. But what he did in this particular video went too far. Okay, I want y'all to hear how he approaches President Trump's criticism of Ilhan Omar. And how somehow this big, full-blown, big-for-nothing, oversized kid in a grown man's body had the nerve to get up there and say that the president is inciting violence. And listen to the comparison that he makes. Let's hear it.
This latest incitement to hatred and violence, posting a video, the president, on his own Twitter account, not retweeted, but formulated by his own team, that conflates a Muslim member of Congress, Representative Ilhan Omar, duly elected by her constituents in Minnesota.
Okay, so first of all, he said inciting violence and hatred, okay? All right, now, is he just skipping over the fact that Ilhan Omar has been inciting these things through her anti-Semitic rhetoric? I'm just curious. I mean, I wonder if she is just as upset and want to come out and publicly condemn all of the bombings that have taken place overseas where, Christians are being killed. I mean, those are horrific incidences. Why isn't she bringing these things up? She should be right now on a microphone, maybe sending out tweets about it. But I don't think that we've heard anything from her. But this guy goes on to say, she's a Muslim member of Congress. Now, what that got to do with it? I would be just as mad if a atheist or a Christian member of Congress said the same thing in the same way. Yeah, well, where some people did something, I would be just as upset. Rather who it is. But see, he wants to lead in with that because he's trying to set the stage. He's trying to set the narrative that Donald Trump, only reason he's going after her is because she's Muslim, not because of what she said. No, it couldn't be that. He's trying to set up the whole stage in your mind to think Trump is anti-Muslim and he hates Muslims. That's the only reason why he showed Ilhan Omar saying something out of her own lips. Nobody stuck it in her mouth. And then showing the buildings collapsing. And because she's insensitive to it, okay, she threw out some words like, well, some people did something, but yet he's the person insinuating that she should be attacked or, promoting violence against her or something. What is this kid talking about? Let's hear the rest.
The terrorists who perpetrated the attack on 9/11. At the end of the video saying, we will never forget.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? I don't see what the problem is. He shows her saying that some people did something, and then you see the buildings getting hit. And at the end, it just says, we'll never forget. I don't recall a clause in the video saying, go get Ilhan Omar, or this lady needs to be silenced. She needs to be smacked in the mouth. Somebody attack her. None of that. I mean, only an evil eye would see evil in that video. Only an evil eye or manipulating person would try to make it seem as if by showing her say what she said is inciting violence against her. When I saw it, I said, wow, she said a dumb statement. And it reminds me that it was a dumb statement because look what happened on 9/11. It was huge. It wasn't just somebody did something. But this guy is trying to set up something in your head that wouldn't be in your head if he didn't try to put it there. Okay, which brings me to believe that he's trying to make a problem that ain't a problem. Let's hear some more.
So now her life is in danger, or in greater danger than it was before. But so are the lives of other Muslims in this country.
Now, where's he getting this data from? So are the lives of other Muslims in this country. So since she made the dumb comment, has there been an outpouring of attacks on mosques in America? Have Muslims being attacked in the street and beat? I don't understand what this man is talking about. Or is he just throwing out stuff that he relies on the ignorance of his audience not to go and research or question or raise their hand and say, could you show me some statistics on that, Mr. Tall Kid in a man's body?
Search Western Democratic history.
Now, listen what he's saying. All you have to do is search Western Democratic history. So now what he's trying to do is throw mud on America and their policies, or on the European policies, the way everything developed during the Nazis' time when Hitler was running his show. Basically what he's doing now is trying to compare Trump and his tweet to Hitler. Here it is. The left always goes over the top. They don't never take baby steps, straight to the top. Could have started off with something a little more softer, but he goes to the Hitler reference off grip. Let's see what else he got to say.
Country that sought to exclude all people of one religion, or to describe them as inherently dangerous to the future of that country.
Now, here's what's crazy about what he's saying. He's referencing Hitler and the Nazi Party, but he's also referencing the American Democratic Party. Now, isn't that ironic? If you study it, you'll find out that actually the Nazis got the blueprint of how they wanted to approach the Jews and how they wanted to, of course, implement a racist society. They got the blueprint from the Democratic Party, who implemented Jim Crow laws. All they did is said, well, let's take their Jim Crow laws and just scratch out black people or slaves and put in Jews. So what is this dude talking about? That came from the Democratic Party. Yeah, they were the ones that didn't look at the blacks as humans. They were the ones that didn't want to accept them in society, fight against all of their civil rights and all of that stuff. But this guy is trying to make it seem as if Trump is adopting the Nazi Party's ideas of how he's demonizing Ilhan Omar for the words that she said. First of all, he never said Ilhan Omar is dirty, nasty, immigrant, or she's a dirty, nasty Muslim. She's a stupid woman, all that stuff. He's just simply going off of her words, which the Democrats seem to have a problem with, judging people by their actions and their words. They only judge people by their skin color, their gender, their religious affiliation, unless you're a Christian. If you're a Christian, you're already judged. You're bad. You're bad. We don't want you bringing in your Christian values and opinions to us, okay? Any other religion, you can't touch those guys. But these guys have a tendency to use this as a roadblock all the time. It's not because you said something stupid. It's because you're a woman or black or whatever, a Muslim. So now he goes and he's trying to make this drastic comparison between Hitler and Trump. Let's finish this garbage.
On another continent that would describe human beings as animals or an infestation. That language is incredibly dangerous and deadly. You don't get kids in cages until you start talking about them in that way. You dehumanize them.
Now, here's what I don't understand. What point did President Trump in that video talk about her being dehumanized or Muslims being dehumanized, any of those things? This man just inserted a whole bunch of context that wasn't there, a whole bunch of insinuation that this is obviously what he's doing. He's trying to dehumanize these people so you can just attack them and look at them less than animals. You mean kind of like she said about the president when she said he's not human? You mean like that kind of, dehumanizing? I'm not sure. She was very clear with it. He is not human. I don't think the video said anything like that about her. But according to this man's brain, okay, which is operating probably at about a 3-year-old's level, that's what President Trump obviously was insinuating. That's what he's saying.
So it is okay for those public officials to do those things. They justify it in their mind because the president said so. So you ask a really critical question. If there are 4 more years of Donald Trump,
and that's pretty much it for him. Now he's trying to say that because Donald Trump, in his mind, is demonizing all of these people. I guess he's demonizing the Jews. I guess he's demonizing the Muslims. I guess he's demonizing the Latinos and demonizing them to the point where he could take their kids and put them in cages. Unlike Obama. No, Obama put them in hotels where they were, 5 stars and king size beds, swimming pools, saunas, spas, things like that. Or were those videos and pictures of those cages with those kids in it, was that under Trump? No, it was under Obama. But nonetheless, what he's now insinuating is that for some reason, we're able to do that to all of these illegal immigrants and their kids because we don't see them as humans. Yeah, we don't see them as real humans. We see them as animals. So why would you allow animals to stay together? You know what? Hey, baby calf, we're going to separate it from the cow. No, it doesn't need to hang out with the cow anymore. You have no say-so in this, ripping the calf from the mother. That's what it is. He's saying that's how we're looking at the illegal immigrants, which, once again, it speaks to the intelligence of him and the approach of the Democratic Party. It is never a practical, logical approach about why illegal immigration is bad and why that process is needed to happen. The process is not there to see kids screaming, getting ripped from their mothers and all of that stuff. I just saw something on the news today where one of the border agents said recently they have been tracking down a lot of these families that's coming over, finding out a high percentage of them are not even real families. So we need to sift through that. We need to take those kids away, find out what's going on. But see, the Democrats, they don't operate in the details like that. They don't care. They just want you focused on emotions, like when he says things like, yeah, you got to be a real evil person to rip kids from their parents and put them in cages. Don't tell you why that's necessary. Don't tell you that those aren't real cages. He doesn't tell you all that stuff. They just want you to have a negative view on this whole image they create in your head of they're just ripping babies from their mothers. See, that right there is manipulation. That's what that is. And going back to Ilhan Omar, for this man to try to insinuate that Trump is the bad guy for making that tweet makes me want to have some choice words for him. Yeah, I wish I would have been sitting in that audience. I would have been like, so how do you view 9/11? How do you view what she said? Do you think what she said was proper? And if he says, well, actually, she shouldn't have said, oh, well, now you're demonizing her. Now you're trying to say that she's less than human and you're endangering her life. But if he had said, well, what she said was okay to me, now you're unpatriotic and now you're belittling 9/11. Buddy, those Democrats, man, every single time I listen to them, in my mouth every time. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. I had to show you all that nonsense. Don't forget to check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 on YouTube, live, and on my radio blog talk show. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. And find me on Facebook and the Twitter. Check out Extreme Tees. You go to the bottom of this link, this video, you'll see a link to their website. If you like something, click on it, put my name in a promo code, Kevin, and you'll get a 20% discount. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that as well. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.